Hello, everyone. You are watching me, Nikki, you also known as Facelesstrader, and you're watching the Awesome 10X show. It's July 16, 2020, and we have a lot of things to explore and discuss. So let's get right into it. So today we actually saw a lot, like Moderna is in its last stages of vaccine development. So a lot of airlines, retails, we're talking about bad guys, bad boys going up. What do I mean with bad boys? I'm talking about like the value names, because the value names have been considered outright bad boys. Nobody wanted to buy banks, nobody wanted to buy energy names, nobody wanted to buy airlines, cruise lines, that and so forth. So what happened yesterday? Let me show to you a preview of what happened on the value names. For the value names, you've got companies like designer brands, Delta Airlines up 12%, up 9%. You've got department stores like Kohl's Corp up 9%, Expedia up 9%. So it's a function of I would say that it's a function of short covering too. But also, I'd say that this is not yet over. Let's take a look at each of their charts one by one, guys. Okay, a few. Okay, let's say a few things. The thing about the market is that it's good. Your electrification vehicles are doing well. Your sunruns, which enable like solar panel homes to do well, are also up. You would see that this sunrun one by one tayo, guys. I'll talk about the value picks like the bad boys, and I'll also talk about what happened in our previous picks. So, okay, for Sunrun, yes, I said that, you could buy it about 28, even if you missed this 21. Lo and behold, some people even bought at 30. But at 36 to 38, even if it goes to 40, I want you to actually trail your wins. Meaning, if Sunrun goes down to 33, some of the people below could actually be taking profits. So I'm not saying that it's gonna have some short-term resistances, but chart-wise, I'd say that 36 upward is called gravy. It's the gravy is here. Like if people would buy as high as 40, 44, 48, that would be a good thing for Sunrun. That would price in the Sunrun driven solar as a huge win. Now, of course, there's also some names like we have been featuring SunPower in the same category. Of course, Sunrun. You could see that in SunPower, you've got a buying pressure here at $9. It's been going up. Of course, SunPower is the partner of many companies, many corporations, many home builders to install residential solar panels in their homes. As more and more Americans transition to a self-sufficient energy, renewable energy, and so forth, these companies are actually gonna benefit. So whether you bought at 9 or 10, yeah, so this one continues to be bought. So I'd say that any drops from about 9 to 11 would actually be a potential good move to actually go higher to about 15. Can study that. What happened yesterday is that your airline. So let's take a look at the bad guys. So Delta Airlines, of course, the bad guy, but take note what happened. So you could see that sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here. What do you do at 28? The answer is, guys, this is simple. Buy 28.60, sell where? 33.38. Risk, reward, the low risk, high reward. See, that's just it. It's not as if like it's complicated, guys. Okay, let's take a look at your airline. Save. Same thing. Okay, buy here, sell there, buy here again, 1936, sell again, 24. So for those who don't have any airlines, because I understand these airlines are cyclical in nature. So I wouldn't buy this for the long term. These are for me. I buy today, I sell next week, or buy today, sell tomorrow. That's fine. If I could make like 10, 20% in a quick move, this is a quickie trade, then I will. Okay, so Dal, Save. Let's take a look at your other airlines. It looks the same, guys. It looks so the same. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, buy there, even higher, sell higher. So you buy at 14 or 13, and then you sell high. So these are your quickie trades. Dal, Save, AL. You might say, what's going to happen with the cruise liners? The same. But I don't really trade the cruise liners, guys. Take a look what happened in the chart of Norwegian Cruise Lines. Again, an uptick. See, it's the same. I mean, the same. What happened in your department stores? The same. Buying signal there. If you want to sell it at 24, 20, 25, then sell it upward. So what are you telling me, Nikki, that all these bad guys are going to go up? Yeah. If you are charting, the answer is yes. So the title is, do you have bad guys in your portfolio? Because if you don't, like I don't necessarily have these bad these bad guys in my portfolio, but yesterday gave a buy signal on the bad guys. Nordstrom's, the Macy's, the bad guys, department stores, see that? That's a buy signal, 720. The bad guys like Kohl's, KSS, Kohl's Corporation, bad guys, boom. This is a bad buy signal. So really, yesterday was bad guys, bad guys, bad guys, all bad guys. Designer brands, DBI, bad guys, boom. See, very clear. So okay, now you might say, what's gonna happen to my good guys then? If the market's gonna reopen, does that mean that my Zoom would go down? Let's take a look at your resilient companies. So we have the reopening theme. We also have the stay-at-home theme. Okay, so your stay-at-home theme has already gone 300%. Okay, so you've probably been buying this since the reopening theme. You've been buying at 88, at 103. Maybe you got in at 70. You're even better than me. I got in at 88, okay? I got in at 88, got in at 139. My last buy was at 200, somewhere here, 205. I didn't chase this. Why didn't I chase this? Because sometimes chasing high flyers is a greater fool trade. It's like me seeing that, okay, the upside is about 258. It's not as if I buy 258, what do you think? Can I actually sell the 300, guys? I'm not really sure. Even if I like Zoom video, I'm not sure. So what's happening right now is there is rotation. Rotation out of the stay-at-home names, rotation into the bad boys, which is the reopening names, the airlines, the cruise liners, even the Expedias. Let me show to you. Is there anyone who's going to go to the hotel room and book a hotel room now? So you might ask me, why did Expedia go up? Because it's called a bad boy. Maybe some guys were shorting this and they're wrong for doing that, because every time the Moderna vaccine will continue, it's not as if like I cannot travel anymore. I will travel one day and I will. And it will actually benefit Expedia, right? So the market is actually bullish in the future. The buyouts here is a bullish sign for the future. We are rooting for humanity. We're not talking about Armageddon, the world's gonna end. No, not like that. We aren't talking about that. You could see that it's also happening in your retail companies. So maybe the question is, well, Nikki, no one has money. Nobody can buy these frappuccinos. Are you sure? I wouldn't say no to no. Never say never. Let's take a look at your Starbucks. Boom. You've got a buy signal last night for Starbucks. So is Nikki telling me I buy traditional companies like a coffee company, like an airline company? Yes, you buy it today, but you sell it next week. I didn't say you're gonna hold them forever. For your forever names, of course, we're not gonna change our picks. The cloud names are gonna do well. The e-commerce names are gonna do well. But if you look at the e-commerce names, take a look at what's happening to them. They're actually being taken profits from. See that? Mercado Libre is being sold down. Selling pressure. If you can't see that obvious selling signal, you are blind. Blind. You're blind. Or you're not listening to the chart. Shopify. If you can't see that sell signal, again, you are blind. You're blind. Okay, maybe you're telling me, well, Nikki, Tesla is for the future. So what's gonna happen here? Okay, Tesla is for the future, agree. But 1.7 is 1.5. It could actually fall to 1.3. Now, I'm not saying that you sell all your Teslas because of that, but if you're selling at 1.546, there's nothing wrong. Maybe you could sell it at 1.6, maybe it goes to 1.7, I don't know. But take a look at the risk-reward ratio. Can you answer to me that at this level, if I buy 1.5 Tesla, that I'm sure that's gonna go 2,000? I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure, I'm neutral. I could hold it, but I won't sell it, I won't short it, I'd be stupid to short it. Maybe I'm not shorting things, okay? I'm not really like that. So, but I'll tell you what happened. Some electric vehicles in China, I did sell at 85. So like, if you bought at 60, you sell at 85, you buy it back at 71 today, you can even buy it tomorrow at 70 or 65, see? Okay, what happened to our Razor? Sure, it fell down, see? But if it falls near 150 or 144, I'm gonna buy it back. Because the thing about these strong companies for me is that this is not yet over. Selling at 170 doesn't mean that that is the peak. That's not the peak. This is a short-term peak. I get to buy back at a higher low. So Nikki saying that e-commerce is bad. Does that mean that JD, Pinduoduo, Alibaba has peaked? Oh, well, let's see about the chart. Well, you could have bought JD at 26, right? You could have bought at 48. That was a clear breakout. You could even buy it at 52. You are sitting a lot of profits here at 62, 65, 68. The question here is not that I'm sure that it will fall. Actually, I'm not sure if it will fall. It doesn't mean that Shopify, Zoom Video, all of these great winners will fall. I didn't say that. What I merely said is that the upside versus the downside shows to us that the upside is little while the downside could be big. Because of that, you could take profits. That means that your Melly, your Shopify, your JD, your Pinduoduo, if you haven't sold, you could actually sell a bit. Now, maybe you're saying, I like Shopee so much. Should I really sell it? Okay. We saw the selling pressure on Shopee C Limited here at 129. It already fell at 113. Now, this is me telling you that I like this company so much, such that even if it falls at $90, I'm willing to get the pain. I'm willing to get the pain of a 20% drop. Meaning, if I bought at 113, guys, I'm willing to get it at 91. Now, you might say, if you are so confident that it will go to 91, why are you going to buy at 113? The problem here is that I bought low at about 60 below, but I sold early. Like I fucking hate myself, okay? I tell you what, I sold somewhere here at 85. There, I sold it there. So I missed this run up to 129, trying to call the top. So I don't want to call the low. Even if I think that I might be able to buy at 90 to 70, what I'll do is I'll buy 113, I'll buy 90 bucks, I'll buy 70 bucks because I'm looking at the all year trend, not like the short term trend. Even if July and August goes down, I'll be happy to actually buy low. So it really depends. Like you might say, so you're telling me that Shopify would fall, but sure, it might fall. But the problem is, are you sure that you can see it going down to 760? Because if you have prices here at 400 or even at 600 or even lower than that, the problem here is you like it so much, you actually want it to fall just so that you could buy it low. The trends of these names are so much intact in the secular trend that you don't want to actually sell or get rid of everything. So example, I'll tell you what a secular winner is. Okay, Enphase right now. So I do see Enphase going up to about 69. But there's also a chance that Enphase goes down to about 52 or even 48. I don't think it's going to go 40 bucks, to be honest. Like the fraud allegations were, of course, been done. It fell to 40, but you could see that people were willing to buy here at 44, 45. I was one of those who actually bought here. Yeah, so like in March, it was about 20. Went as high as 70, gave a good pullback. It could get resistance here at 60. So what do? You have to ask yourself again, what's my asset allocation? Am I like too much into this great secular winners? Do I not have the reopening theme winners? Example of a reopening theme is a company like a fast food restaurant, like a Shake Shack, right? So let's say I don't have this. I have to buy something like today because I don't have a lot of these cyclical winners. Shake Shack could actually be bought here today at 51. I might choose Delta Airlines. You could see Delta Airlines, kaboom, that's a buy. So those people, those portfolios without these cyclical winners can actually buy. If your portfolio is so much on the secular, you don't have bad boys, you don't have bad guys, you can actually choose some bad guys in your portfolio because, as I said, you can make money on the bad guys if you know how to trade, and you can make 100 baggers in the good guys if you know how to hold. So you know how to hold, you also know how to fold. So the bad guys, what's clear on the bad guys is you need to know how to buy and sell. The beautiful thing about the good guys is that you just need to know how to buy and never sell. That's the main difference. Now, let me read to you a few things. So take a look at my page in Facelesstrader. I said that the secret to make money is here. The secret is you do not make money on quickie trades. Sure, you can make 10%, 20% on airlines, on cyclicals, maybe even 100%. But you have to understand that the money that is really, really made is decade-long booms. Example, Industrial Revolution, like the railroads, solidified Andrew Carnegie to be the richest. Silicon Valley solidified Google, Facebook, Amazon, Microsoft. All of them are billionaires. Apple, of course. If you cannot identify a decade-long secular trend, do not invest. It's as simple as that. You must always care about the trend, the underlying technology that will become part of the infrastructure of a new trend. Doesn't matter who wins. Maybe it's Microsoft, maybe it's Amazon, who cares? All of them win. If it's a 10x trend, realize how big that trend really is. Cloud computing was a very clear trend. It was very clear. So even if Amazon was there, even if Alibaba's there, even if Tencent, Alibaba's there are companies like Kingsoft Cloud. If you can identify companies that can actually exhibit mind-boggling growth rates, then it's actually correct to actually be able to buy and wait for secular trends. So example, okay, so Kingsoft Cloud, KC, okay, so you bought maybe 20, you probably bought at 24, you probably bought at 28, you sold at 40. What does that mean? If KC goes down here at about 32 to 28, you got to buy back in because the secular trend is intact. That's that's what's important with secular intact. People are saying, well, okay, so let's take a look in secular trend winners. Akamai, are you going to sell it at 112? No, because this is still going to go higher. 5G, Xilinx, are you going to sell at 99? No. You buy at 99, 97. If it goes to 92, 90, you buy. Why? Because the world is going to invest in 5G deployment. So it's important for you to understand the secular trend. Let's give you some more examples. Well, Nikki, I have Copen. Should I sell it now? Okay, Copen has gone 50%, right? If you bought at 130, it hit 40%, 30%, depending on what price you entered. So you could see that there are temporary resistances at 180, at $2, at 220, at 240. So you trim upwards. That really depends. How big is your position? For me, it's very hard to hold on to your winners if you have a huge position. Like, let's say 10% of your portfolio is up 5%, so 50%. So like it became 15% of your portfolio. So you can actually trim that 50% back to 10%, and you still hold your position, whether it goes to 100%, 200%, 300%. Those are the good things about these secular winners. Of course, that's the same for secular winners in your wearables like Vuzix. So Vuzix, let's say you got in at 250, 260, you got in at $2. Even if you didn't buy at the low, if you think that it's going to go to $6 and $8, it doesn't mean that you have to dump it all at $4. Maybe you cannot buy it back at $3. You have to think that if the trend is so huge, why do I want to sell? Example, okay, I'm going to show you. So cloud computing, right? Cloud computing. What's the point of actually understanding secular trends? Okay, secular trends show you that you can make 500% if you learn how to hold. Okay, so this is your Microsoft. It was about, let's go for the last 5 years. Last 5 years. They're asking me to pay. Is that it? Okay. No worries. It was a breakout of 40. Let's go to the monthly and you could see it anyway. Wait it out. See? The money is made in the holding, not in the selling. So you bought it here when you saw that Satya Nadella was hitting refresh. Was saying we're gonna hold on and then we're gonna grow in our cloud infrastructure. La la la. We're gonna do this. La la la. So what do? You hold it. Who is the company today that's saying that we're gonna grow in our cloud? We're gonna increase our businesses in the cloud. Who's it? Who is it if you're studying? The answer is Baidu, guys. Baidu. So, is Baidu going to go up? The answer to me is yes. So, I will buy. I'm going to teach you. You buy at 125 to 119. So, what does this mean? Yes, we bought at 95, 99. Yes, we bought again at 105. Yes, we bought again at 120. You buy and hold your winners. Even if it goes to 110, you buy and hold your winners. It's going to go 200, give it time, 300, 400, 500. But how long? It's 5 years. Okay? You cannot make 500% fast if you're holding true secular winners because it's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's not like 5 days. Who else is doing like cloud? If you are listening, Alibaba. Alibaba said that. So 195 you buy. If Alibaba goes down to 230, you buy. You buy again, guys. You need to know what you bought. So I have a few things to share for the Filipinos here who are listening to me now. Let me share to you a few things. Let me share to you. Okay, so we're gonna feature how an OFW, actually Filipinos or non-Filipinos would actually be inspired by this. I was inspired when I learned about his story. Tuesday next week, 8:30 p.m. Philippine time. I'm not sure what time that is for the US. I think it's 8:30 a.m. New York time. Will feature how an OFW, an overseas Filipino worker who dropped out, lost his job, was an early father, now trades globally, makes money in the markets. So this is a link of who he is, Mr. Mark Mendoza. Our goal is to inspire Filipinos to make money and to keep it. A few things about why I teach. Let me share to you this. Let me read to you why. The power of the markets is that it is ever changing. The smartest guy in the room is not going to be the smartest if he's among the types of people who cannot be open-minded to ideas that people share independently. Let's say you don't appreciate that I'm talking about electrification. You don't appreciate that I talk about like wearable trends. I don't mind. As I see it, we borrow ideas shared through social media, and I can see through a distance that all we had to do was sit back, be excited about the future with an interesting conversation with thousands of people in several countries and age groups. I'm not a geek, or maybe I am. And I'm not a technology guy, but there's a complete frontier here. I'm telling you that smartphones are going into the smart glass era. We said that on Sunday. If you listen to us, you're up 40, 50%, just like us. So it's not as if like I'm saying this, that we make money and you don't. You can come to our class. You can follow us. You can just read it. If you don't want to even pay, you can just read our Facelesstrader. You can watch our YouTube videos. It sounds revolutionary. You can talk to people. You can use Twitter to be a highly anarchical channel, and we can present our subjective views. We can turn it into an international phenomenon out of the stock markets for public service. We can help trigger the impetus for hundreds of young people who cover and express themselves through questioning a lot of accepted concepts. It helps the person to be empowered. It's the goal of any good group to make the nation of Filipinos or non-Filipinos acquire good skills, such as the minds of an entrepreneur, traders, investors, opportunity makers. We're creating a financially literate community one by one, and the potential to be exponential for many baby boomers, millennials, Generation Z, who wants to retire by 2030, 10 years. Let's 10x your money in 10 years. To significantly increase the measure of a national workforce with adequate savings, we can serve our circles, whether it be an inner circle or a bigger circle or whatever circle. We therefore encourage more relationships, foster the plan in acquiring more earnings. We have to plan how to educate, upskill ourselves in our current jobs, companies, and it all starts in changing our attitudes. That way, we will see a prosperous time ahead for Filipinos in our lifetime and at least an abundantly larger amount of people. I live in a third world country. I am from Manila, Philippines, but I want my fellow Filipinos to invest globally. Now, that doesn't mean that you cannot invest in the Philippines. I also said that you can, and I feature excellent companies, Philippine issues. We had a discussion on Jollibee. I discussed the legends like URC. Why did Universal Robina Conglomerate went from 139 to 234? This was actually a session inside our inner circle classes. This is a free show, lessons from Asian crisis. I shared the links. I shared a few things here. I shared a trillion peso company. So, in my studies, what really is life-changing for a person is, how do we change your $10,000 to $100,000? And how can we make that $100,000 become $1 million? So innovation happens when you buy excellent companies, you improve something by 10x rather than 10%. So we're here to uncover great companies, whether it be cloud computing, online merge offline education. We want to actually encourage you to even think, not just to listen to us, but think for yourself. So we give you classes, we give you a lot of ideas, not for ourselves, but for you. This is for you. Yes, we make money too, but there's nothing wrong about making money together. So there, thank you very much. See you again tomorrow. This is every day. Bye-bye. Sign up bit.ly/awesome10x in order to avail of our classes. It's just $40 a month. Let me just show to you how to invest with us. Sorry, you're not investing with us. You are joining our classes, and you will invest by buying your own self. Sorry, wait. We will just show inside the video the link to our to invest. Like how do you go to our website? So it's like this is our website, awesome10x.com. So there, you sign up. All the details are there. My courses. There, all the benefits, la la la. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye.